I'm Alma Lee. I'm a psychotherapist and transformative lifestyle resiliency coach and author, and I want to help you reach your goals by teaching you how to step outside of those fear-based mindsets and into your powerful, loving self. Let's get started.
Did you ever act in a school play, or maybe not even a school play? Did you ever play pretend with your siblings or your friends? Or maybe you didn't have friends. Maybe you were a lonely child and you had to create your own scenarios. Maybe with your dolls, your G.I. Joes. Did you ever pretend that your current experience with life was something different? Maybe something a little bit more desirable? Have you ever considered what if? Well, today we are going to explore how to reprogram your subconscious and how to reevaluate what you're tolerating, what you're entertaining, maybe in your current life, and explore your options. From Fear to Love was based in the philosophy that you could change your mindset from a fear-based mindset and into a love-based mindset. That's the whole basis. That's the whole foundation of all of these episodes, is to encourage you to think about your life and your experiences in life in a more positive frame, in a more powerful frame, to kind of tie into my Power Shop philosophies. If you've ever taken my Power Shop, or if you haven't heard about my Power Shop, check out almalee.com and go check out the Power Shop, the virtual Power Shop. You're incredibly powerful, and maybe you don't realize that. And what today's episode is to get you to step outside of that fear and to contemplate and entertain the concepts of what you desire versus what you believe. Now, maybe what you believe about your current life doesn't line up anything close to what you desire. What if I told you that everything that you desire is on the other side of your belief system? Every single thing that you believe about yourself is what you are manifesting in your life today. It starts with your subconscious. It starts with that ingrained program, that systemic program that was thrown at you, you were groomed into it as a child to believe that you have to struggle, that you have to strive, that you have to hustle, that you have to manipulate, that you have to go without. None of that's true. None of it's true. You can have anything you want. You can have anything you desire. The other side of that is that you have to change the way you think about yourself. You have to change your own manipulative habits, the things that you have built into your life as a means of surviving. All of that has to go away in order for you to lean into an abundant mindset, for you to achieve all of your power, for you to achieve the things that you desire the most. You know what's funny about this? This has been my experience with the what if game. When I started playing the what if game a few years ago, honestly, I think it was probably around the end of 2018. It was, I remember now, leaving Savannah, Georgia. I started thinking, what if? What if I did this differently? What if I did that differently? And I started playing around with my own mindset of reality, because I honestly had no choice in the matter at that time, because my mental health was in such dire straits that I was so scared to go back to where I'd come from that I knew that I had to change something. And in doing that, everything about my life changed. And everything in my life continues to evolve, because this is a practice that I put forth. And the more that I put forth this practice in my life, the more I see it show up. What am I talking about? What if? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to, maybe if you're driving right now, it's probably not the best time to do it, But get into a place where you can be quiet, alone, and you can sit maybe with a journal if you've got a pen and a piece of paper handy. And I want you to just sit for a moment and write down, just get crazy with it. What is your deepest held desire? What is the thing that you want the most in life? Think about that. And think about, and don't limit yourself. That's the thing. That's the beauty of this exercise. In fact, I want you to get so astronomically crazy with your ideas of things that you are so that you believe are so far-fetched and out of your reach. And then I want you to write it down. Whatever it is. You can have anything. You can have anything. In fact, I know this to be true because there are people who have what you have, otherwise you wouldn't know that you want it, right? Maybe it's love, a passionate love affair with someone who reciprocates your affection. Absolutely, you can have that. Maybe it's wealth beyond imagination. Absolutely, you can have that. Absolutely. Write it down. Alma, you're crazy. Maybe. I might be. That's irrelevant to this point, though, because what if you are as powerful as I say you are? What if you are an incredible creator and you have just been programmed to believe that you're not? What if the feelings of worthlessness that you deal with and struggle with every day are simply part of the program that you have adapted into as a need to survive? You, for instance, let's say, for example, you feel worthless. Why do you feel worthless? Who told you you were worthless? Why do you think you're worthless? Well, uh, my parents weren't married when I was born. Okay, what's that got to do with you? Well, I never told anyone this, but I was born from incest and I was given up for adoption. I was abandoned at birth. My mother was raped and got pregnant with me, never wanted me, but she raised me anyway, or she gave me up for adoption. My parents come from two different cultural ethnic backgrounds, and so I don't know where I fit in. Does this sound familiar? Or maybe as a child you were born to, two people who were married and they raised you, but you were experiencing significant amounts of abuse. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's what makes you worthless. Why does that have anything to do with your worth? That's because it doesn't. It's awful. It's awful to feel like you're disconnected from the rest of the world based upon the circumstances of your conception. I have often said in sessions, in fact, I would introduce myself to brand new clients by saying all humans are born equally worthy and valuable, irrelevant to the circumstances of your conception. It doesn't matter who brought you into this world, and it doesn't matter how you got here. It only matters that you are here. That's rule number one. Get it out of the way. Don't line up your sense of worthiness with the circumstances that were out of your control. You may have been told otherwise. Which would you rather believe? Would you rather believe all of the negative things that have ever been told to you about how you got here, who brought you here, the reasons for your existence, and the things that happened to you after you got here? Or would you rather believe that through all of that, it was necessary in order for you to be here now, in order for you to become this powerful creator and manifest everything that you desire in life? Which one's more palatable? Which one's more enjoyable? Which one do you align with? Which one do you think makes more sense about the reasons for our incarnation to begin with? See, I happen to think that we sign a contract before we come into our this incarnation, the meat suit experience. I think that we agree to the circumstances that we face in order for us to evolve spiritually. I believe that the reason that we exist as humans is just a test. It's just to learn as spiritual beings. So then we shed this body, we move on, we go on to the next We go on to the next grade, the next experience, the next level. So ask yourself this question: what if I really am this incredible, powerful manifester that Alma says that I am? Does it touch on a part of you that kind of wakens you up a little bit? It should. It should. Can you conceive what it would be like to know that if you were to get outside of the program, if you were to get outside of those ingrained, groomed, programmed beliefs that keep you stuck in a lack based mindset, can you imagine how powerful you are? And don't get me wrong. I know all too well through experiencing this myself where my limitations are and that my own belief system keep me where I am. And it's funny. I am so deeply held in this mindset. People say, "Well, Alma, why don't you have billions of dollars? Why don't you have those things that you desire?" That's a great question, and I have an answer for that. The reason is because I believe that I am so powerful that I don't want to manifest something outside of what I already have, because what's the point in it? What's the point in having billions of dollars? What's the point in having the, the yacht and all of these experiences that are indicative of wealth when I can actually engage my feelings of love and gratitude right here and now and experience the joy that I seek through those wealthier experiences, abundant experience. I'm already abundant. That's the thing. I already feel abundance. I don't necessarily need billions of dollars to overcomplicate my current existence. It's coming. It comes all the time. I'm never without. And I manage the flow of my abundance intentionally to maintain a frame of making sure I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing at any point in the game. I'm probably letting you in a little bit more than maybe what you might be ready for. I could have the yacht. I could have the yacht right now. Honestly, it's too easy. That's actually a simple trade-off. That's a couple of phone calls, and I could be on a yacht tomorrow. But then what? What's next after the yacht? Billions of dollars. Okay, I can do that too. I can do that too. But it would take me into a direction that would keep me off the track of where my joy really lies. You see. It started out that way. Yeah, of course. It started out that way. That, I wanted money to pay my bills. That was a few years ago. I wanted opportunities so that I wouldn't feel so much stress over worrying about how I was going to pay my car note, how I was going to pay my mortgage, how I was going to take care of this, how could I do this, how could I pay this bill off? It's done. It just flows. It flows because of a mindset. I'm no different than you. I'm no different than you. You're as powerful as you want to be. Write it down. What's your first goal? Maybe it is to pay the bills. Maybe it is to get outside of that lack-based mindset. What are you worried about right now? What pain, what issue, what problem are you facing right now that you want to go away? Are you feeling lost? Are you feeling unloved? That's an interesting one as well. Feeling loved has to start with you loving yourself. And that was a lesson that I had to learn. I learned that I had several opportunities, in fact. The one that really hit home with me was the episode that I recorded a few weeks ago about detachment, about detaching from someone that you're attached to. I experienced in that attachment with this individual how little love I was giving myself. And I recognized that. And that was my moment of awakening. Ho'oponopono prayer says, thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. And please forgive me. And I am so incredibly grateful for that experience because it was incredibly a painful experience because this person showed up and mirrored everything I wasn't giving for myself. It woke me up. And here's the gratitude. Here's the depth of the gratitude that I've experienced through that is that having that experience and knowing how it feels to love myself and to not feel depleted because I'm single and I don't have a partner. I would love to have a partner. That's fine, but I'm okay because I love myself and I'm not willing to allow someone to drag me down like I have in the past. That's the thing. And in my gratitude and my empathy for people, I look around and I see people who don't have that experience. And so they are constantly looking for that feeling of connection and love outside of themselves as opposed to looking within first. What if you didn't have that feeling? What if you didn't feel like you were lost all the time? What if you knew what it felt like to be loved? You can literally stop the program and do that and give that to yourself. But the limitations are built in because you have been systemically programmed to believe that you can't do that. And I'm here to tell you that you can. You can and you should. You can because on the other side of believing in yourself is every single opportunity that you want to have, that you want to experience in life. It's right there for the taking. All you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is change your mind. All you have to do is let go of the pain of the past. The past doesn't even exist, my friend. The future doesn't exist. We manifest everything right here and now in the present. We perceive life as being linear in time, but that's not the way it is at all. There is no past, there is no future. None of that exists. The only thing that exists is right here and right now. What if you can have everything you want? What if you can step outside of the boundaries that have been created by the programs that you've grown accustomed to through your own mentality of surviving? What if you lacked nothing? What if everything about your life, the pain, the stress, the insecurity, the sense of worthlessness, what if that was all false? And the truth is that you are incredibly powerful and that you have grown adapted to the philosophies that have been groomed, that you have been exposed to, that you've been programmed to believe. What if you're powerful? Can you write that down? Can you write down what your desires are? What do you want to achieve? The thing about being powerful is this, is that when you realize just how incredibly powerful you are, you can't play those lack-based mindset games anymore, mind games anymore. You can't play them anymore. Those old manipulative habits, the way that you treat people in your life, you can't continue to behave that way when you're powerful. And so I think that is a scary concept for a lot of people to change because then it holds you in a space of accountability because you actually have to become a higher vibrational being. You actually have to become a better person. And maybe part of that program is that you don't think you are, but you are. You are. You're just in fear. Step out of fear. Move into a love-based mindset. Love of yourself first. You know, one of the biggest rules about all of this is the fact that if you love yourself, you can't not love everyone else. It just doesn't work. When you love yourself fully, you see everyone else. You see everyone through a lens of respect. You see everyone around you through a lens of empathy. And it challenges everyone around you to elevate too. So a lot of times when you're in that powerful space, they avoid you. I have disconnected from so many people in my life because of the way I function, the way I hold myself. It's too much. And I respect it. I respect the fact that the way I carry myself and the work that I do is too much for some people, or they don't think they're ready. I think you're ready. I think we're all ready. But if you're, still submitting to the program of being insecure, being worthless, being not good enough, not smart enough, not good looking enough, not thin enough, not wealthy enough, not charismatic enough, you name it, the list goes on and on. If you're just not enough, then you're going to sit in a space of lack and fear. And you're going to stay in that space until you're ready to make the change. And then sometimes it can swallow you up. Some people tap out. You know what I mean? You are powerful beyond measure. We all are. It's just a matter of shedding the program. It's the difference between jumping from what you believe into what you desire and believing that you deserve the things that you desire. You challenge your subconscious every single time you play the what if game. What if you played the what if game every day? What if every single thing you wrote down on your list came true? What if you achieved all your goals? What if? What if Alma's right? What would you do today if you could step outside of those old programs, those old beliefs about yourself, and know fully that because you're here, your heart is beating and you have a breath in your lungs, that in and of itself is all you need to know that you are a powerful creator and that you deserve to be here. You deserve to be here just as much as anybody, irrelevant to what other people have told you. They're wrong. They're wrong because they're still stuck in their belief systems. They're wrong because they're stuck in their own sense of lack, and they need you to stay stuck because it keeps them comfortable. Everything about your life changes when you change, when you play what if. What if I'm right and you are powerful? What are you going to create today? All right.
This has been a Lee Bird Media production. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.